City leaders in Plymouth want to make $30 million worth of improvements to an outdated stretch of County Road 47, and they're asking for the state's help to make that happen. Delane Cleveland joins us now with more on the city's $20 million pitch to state lawmakers. Delane?
Shannon, Wednesday morning, members of the Senate Capital Investment Committee stopped in Plymouth to learn more about the city's bonding request for County Road 47. It's a project that was not included in the governor's proposed $2.7 billion infrastructure package that was unveiled this week. But the chair of the Senate Bonding Committee had a message for city officials about the omission.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Not yet.
There's a little expression at the legislature: governors propose, legislatures dispose.
This is one of more than 150 stops the Senate Bonding Committee has made over the last 5 weeks to learn more about the different infrastructure needs across Minnesota. Here in Plymouth, the goal is to make public safety improvements and pavement upgrades to a 4-mile stretch of County Road 47, which was originally designed in the 1920s as a rural road. The city wants to expand the shoulder, create trails for pedestrians, improve the sightlines for motorists, add crosswalks to the elementary school, and put in dedicated turn lanes at all intersections. City officials expect they'll have to wait until the final days of the legislative session to see if this project and their $20 million request makes the final cut.
I was very pleased with how it went. It seemed that the Capital Investment Committee Chair Bach was very receptive, and they asked a lot of good questions. And so they were really engaged with us. I think they really walked away appreciating how unsafe this corridor is and the need for making these improvements.
Meanwhile, the Senate Bonding Committee also stopped in Brooklyn Park on Wednesday. Hennepin County is asking the state for $21 million to help build an organics processing center adjacent to the Brooklyn Park transfer station. Shannon?
In Brooklyn Park, no mask mandate, but city leaders strongly encourage them under a resolution approved on Tuesday night. According to recent Hennepin County COVID-19 data, the city has the second highest rate of COVID transmissions in the county, behind only Brooklyn Center. Brooklyn Park's rate is double that of other Hennepin County Northwest suburbs. While masks are strongly encouraged, the city says people do not respond well to harsh mandates. Instead, the city plans to deploy an information campaign. Brooklyn Park Mayor Lisa Jacobson mentioned she attended a funeral this week for a 41-year-old friend who died of COVID. She supported the resolution.
For me, this is important that we remind people that, as you said, it isn't over, that we want to keep our residents safe. We're going to provide the information, and it's really on them then to keep themselves safe.
The city points out that while the best time to put a mask on was probably 2 years ago, the second best time is right now. More than 100 nurses will start arriving at healthcare facilities this week to help with staffing shortages. Some of those nurses will be dispatched to North Memorial Health Hospital. The nurses will work up to 60 hours a week for 60 days to provide care for patients. Last week, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz directed $40 million worth of federal funding to hire emergency staff for hospitals dealing with staffing shortages. A time to take bold action. Those words from State House Majority Leader Melissa Hortman of Brooklyn Park on a DFL-led plan to tackle climate change. The proposal invests $1 billion in a variety of initiatives using the state's budget surplus. It includes $150 million for home weatherization across Minnesota. The plan also invests in electric vehicle infrastructure, including more charging stations and electric buses. And it expands investments in solar and wind energy. Patty Acomb, who represents the southern part of Plymouth, says there is hope for bipartisan support given the state's recent extreme weather events.
In the last year alone in Minnesota, we have seen our changing climate play out in severe droughts that impacted our entire state, a record heat wave, the summer of smoke that came from wildfires, and we witnessed tornadoes in December that have never happened in our state before.
The proposal also aims to create hundreds of good-paying jobs in the construction trades. Meanwhile, Golden Valley voted to join cities and counties across Minnesota in declaring a climate emergency. The city passed the resolution on Tuesday night. It's supposed to not only bring awareness to the issue, but be a tool to ask state and federal leaders for funding and mitigation resources. Mayor Shep Harris highlighted worsening flooding in the DeCola Ponds area as local evidence of climate change. The Betty White Challenge yielded thousands in donations to Minnesota animal rescue groups. The challenge was held on Monday on what would have been the actress's 100th birthday. The social media challenge encouraged people to donate $5 to their favorite animal charity. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us how the Bitty Kitty Brigade in Maple Grove benefited.
The Bitty Kitty Brigade serves orphan neonatal kittens who are not yet eating on their own.
We just took in a little guy whose back legs congenitally were not working. And so we're working with a specialist to figure out what's wrong with his legs.
Amanda Paw says the group was founded in 2019 and is a no-kill organization.
We're a foster-based organization, so we don't have a shelter. And so all of the kittens and cats are in foster homes, which is also really amazing because when you do adopt, they have been lovingly cared for and treated as part of a family.
Last year, the group took in more than 900 felines. Paul says donations from the Betty White Challenge is a welcome boost for them.
We were able to raise over $8,000.
The money will be used to take care of more kittens, especially those who need medical care.
It's cost about $350 per kitten. It would be amazing if all of these cats and kittens were completely healthy when we rescued them, but that's not the case.
The rescue group sometimes takes in adult cats too. It recently fostered a family of cats because the parents needed help too. Paul says the donations will go a long way, but the Bitty Kitty Brigade could always use funding.
A lot of different special cases that cost us quite a bit of money, but we're able to do that because of all these amazing donations.
In Maple Grove, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Rivals Wayzata and Hopkins have played some great games in boys basketball over the years. Tuesday night was another good one between two of the top teams in the state. It's the third-ranked Trojans facing the sixth-ranked Royals on Hopkins' home court. Early first half, a steal for the Royals. Jaden Moore takes it all the way and scores. It's a 7-2 Hopkins lead. But then Wayzata goes on a 17-3 scoring run, capped by this Carter Bjerke three-pointer, and the Trojans are up 19-10. Wayzata Spencer Hall with a good interior pass to Drew Berklund, who scores. Wayzata takes a 7-point lead into halftime at 31-24. Early second half, the Royals' Elvis Najee with a long outlet pass to Moore, who gives it up to C.J. O'Hara for the layup, and the Royals are to within one. Then it's Najee with a steal and breakaway rim-rattling dunk. The senior finishes the night with 17 points. Under 2 minutes to play now with Hopkins up 3. Bjerke buries a three-pointer from the wing, tying the game at 56 all. Under 10 seconds to play. Wayzata now up 3, and Hopkins' Terrell Sappington drills a three-pointer. The senior scores 17 of his 18 points after halftime. This game goes to overtime, tied at 59. The Trojans regain the lead in OT, cap the scoring late with a couple of free throws from Ryan Harvey. Wayzata beats Hopkins 64-61 in overtime. The teams play again on February 11th. The Benilde-St. Margaret's boys hockey team is ranked 4th in the state in Class AA. After a slow start to the season, the Red Knights skated after their 8th straight win Tuesday night. The Red Knights on home ice to face St. Thomas Academy. Second period, and Benilde's Brendan McMorrow passes out front to an open Adam Marshall, who nets his second goal of the night. It's 2-0 Red Knights. Less than 3 minutes later, Brady Yakish with a good pass ahead to Marshall, who goes in alone and beats the Cadets goalie 5-hole. A pure hat trick from Marshall, and BSM was ahead 3-0. Late in the second, McMorrow gets to the loose puck, slides it across to Gavin Reed, who snipes it home. 3 goals for Benilde in the second period, and they lead 4-0 after 2. Opening minute of play in the third, McMorrow picks up another assist here, feeding Brady Yakish. He scores from the top of the circle. A shorthanded goal for Yakish that makes it 5-0. Benilde-St. Margaret's goes on to win 7-1. They'll face off with rival St. Louis Park on Saturday. After an 0-3 start against some tough non-conference foes, the Maple Grove girls basketball team is rolling. They faced Blaine in a key Northwest Suburban Conference game. Jay Wilcox has the highlights.
It's Maple Grove hosting Blaine in Northwest Suburban girls basketball. Jordan Odie to Emma Cans, back out to Odie for 3 as the Crimson jump out to a 17-7 lead. Odie scores 11. Ava Cassette swings it to Kyla Overski for a corner 3, and it's 23-15 Maple Grove. Blaine finishes the first half on a 10-4 run. Allison Terry sinks a 3 as the Bengals pull within 27-25 at the half. Second half, and Claire Stern finds Cans cutting, and she scores plus the foul. Maple Grove goes up by 8. Blaine keeps battling. Terry misses but gets it back and goes outside to Jade Bryant for 3 of her 12 points. The Bengals are within 2. But Overski knocks down a big shot on her way to a 20-point game as Maple Grove wins 65-54 for their 6th win in a row. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Thanks, Jay. That's it for sports. I'm John Jacobson. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.